Just have 5. Like, I don't think I deserve 500 viewers right now. I'm just on the battle tree being boring. Like, whatever. If you guys want to turn up, that's awesome. WeedleTwineedle, one of the biggest Vs.5 fans. Yeah, I believe it.
What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back in with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jorn. I battled this guy on my Discord, so if you are interested in battling me, check out my Discord. I accept battle requests there, and we have an entire battle and trade chat devoted to battling, and there's a lot of people active there, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Now, we're actually having a pretty fun, chill battle. I'm using a sticky web offensive team I kind of want to try out. Honestly, I think it's like subpar. It has like a couple try-hard Pokemon, but it's mostly kind of fun, honestly. As my opponent's actually using a pretty fun team. He has Walrein on there, which is actually a very similar set to mine, honestly. Tangrowth, Alolan Golem, Mimikyu, which I think has a bit of a busted ability, XC. Escavalier, which is something I really want to try out in this gen, Escavalier. Unfortunately, Escavalier does not get Leech Life. And then they have the Diggersby, though, because, you know, Diggersby has hype, and I actually want to use my own Diggersby, but this battle is taking place in class because this guy's about to teach me how to play Pokemon, because he expects the Shuckle lead and leads with Walrein, so I'm like, oh shit, dude, how did he know? But yeah, he's going to turn one, he's going to go straight for the Yawn just to get me drowsies. I'm just going to take the opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks, and now that my Stealth Rocks are up, that means, you know, the Walrein can't, you know, switch in that often, as now that Walrein's going to go for the Super Fang. I expect him to do that, honestly, as not be able to get my Sticky Webs off, which is nice for me because now I have my hazards up, which is all fine and dandy. So now my Shuckle's asleep, and here I figured he'd just go for Brian, so I'm like, well, Shuckle's pretty much useless at this point, I'm just gonna sack it off, as he's actually gonna choose to switch out and bring in Mimikyu. I feel like that was kind of a risky play, because I could have easily just double switched into, you know, the Mimikyu there, because I have a sleeping Shuckle, there's no reason for me to stay in, but honestly I have no need for the Shuckle anymore. So here, I expect him to go for the Swords Dance here, so I'm gonna try to go for the Encore with my Shuckle. I am sleeping, so unfortunately I am unable to get the Encore off, so now the Mimikyu is at +2 attack, and I'm just like, shit, I'm in a really bad position, because I also need to break this thing's busted ability, stupid disguise. So he's gonna go for the Ghost Z move, get cloaked up in his Z energy, and use the Never-Ending Nightmare. So, yep, Mimikyu is just gonna actually use the attack, and I'm just gonna make a Ghost Hand Cage on me, and I'm just gonna die. So, poor Shuckle. At least I was able to get all my entry hazards up, which is good. Here, I bring in Hitmonchan, and I actually do that just because I need to break this thing's disguise, and I need to sack a Pokemon to this monster, and plus you can miss Play Rough, which is always a nice possibility. But unfortunately, Punch-Out's unable to avoid the Play Rough, and down it goes. I got like 3 seconds of screen time, but now we're going to be able to bring in Draven. And I'm just kind of hoping that I can go for the Z-Mirror move here and just knock him out, but he's going to choose to switch out and bring in Alolan Golem. Pretty good play on his part, but unfortunately for me, this Honchkrow was bred in my Sun and Moon game, so I'm unable to give it superpower. But I'm going to go for the Z-Mirror move here and get +2 attack from it. Unfortunately, he switched out, so I was unable to get the Z Play Rough, or the Twinkle Tackle, whatever the move's called. So I'm going to go for the +2 Sucker Punch, because I don't have the superpower, unfortunately, as now the Golem is going to go for the Explosion and knock out my Honchkrow. So I'm definitely going to have to rebreed this Honchkrow in Orosh just so I can give this thing superpower. I feel like if I do that, it has quite a high chance of sweeping, honestly. So I'm going to bring in Victini here, as he's actually going to switch into his Escavalier on the double down, so I'm able to get some nice offensive momentum here. I do expect my opponent to withdraw here, so I do actually go for the Thunder, I'm pretty sure, as he's going to bring in Walrein here, take some Rocks damage, as take some Sticky Web, no, actually just go for Blue Flare, my apologies. Yeah, this is actually a special Victini set, not the Create Physical. I actually think the set's really good because it has so much coverage with Thunder, Glalie, and Focus Blast. I'm going to try to knock this thing out with the Thunder, but unfortunately I missed the attack even with Victory Star, as now the Walrein instantly go for the Brine attack and bring me down to half HP. That was very unlucky because had I hit the Thunder I'd still have pretty high HP, but unfortunately, you know, never lucky. So now, we're going to get Focus Blast and Redemption here and actually land Focus Blast as opposed to Thunder. That's probably like the one time you're ever going to see that ever, but hey, I mean, they're the same accuracy, honestly. Victini actually increases all your moves' accuracy by 10%, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what Victory Star does, so yeah, that's why I'm running all these inaccurate moves on it. Not my greatest decision though. So he's gonna bring in Mimikyu here. I'm just gonna switch into my Lip Service, my Bruxish, as I'm easily gonna be 2-hit KO'd by this Mimikyu. I'm just gonna go for the Aqua to get some chip damage off, as he actually decides to go for the Shadow Claw. I could have actually knocked him out with Psychic Fangs there. That could have been a choke on his behalf, but whatever, I won't judge him for that. So now I'm going to bring in my Kamikaze, my Mega Glalie, as now he's going to switch out and bring in his Jebby, or Jeb, yeah, just Jeb. I don't know why I said Jebby, it's Jeb, the Tangrowth. Anyway, gonna Mega Evolve from my Mega Glalie and turn into Jaws, and yeah, I do have the return, so I'm just going to go straight for that. I don't think Tangrowth could face tank this attack. And actually, it can. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I actually forgot that Tangrowth lived this, but then again, Tangrowth's defensive stats are actually pretty good for a grass type, honestly. So I'm going to go for the return onto the Tangrowth and just knock it out. I should probably use Tangrowth in my future battles, but Tangrowth, I actually like the Salvas Tangrowth a lot, but I also like the Leech Seed set. We'll see. I actually have one of my Pokebanks somewhere. I'll have to look for that. Anyway, in comes the Scavalier. I actually decide to pivot out into my Victini, expecting the Iron Head here. Very risky play. I really wish I didn't take that brine damage earlier in the battle, because now I'm left at really low HP, and had I actually hit the Thunder earlier, I'd still be at reasonable health. I expect him to save as Cavalier here, so I double switch into my Mega Glalie, as he's going to choose to switch out and bring in his Mimikyu as Death Fodder. So thankfully, we're able to keep the Victini for us, the last Pokemon, as you'll see. So gonna go for the return here onto the Glalie and knock out the Mimikyu. Sorry, I think I just said I'm gonna go for the return onto Glalie, even though I am Glalie. Like, anyway, Mega Glalie is gonna actually use what its nickname is known for here. I'm gonna go for the explosion, go, and you know, the stab refrigerate explosion is going to knock out Escavalier, even though it resists it. That's why I pivoted into the Victini, just so I could take more rocks damage, and I just wanted to make sure that it was going to guarantee knockout with explosion. So I'm going to bring in my Victini here, as he's going to bring in Diggersby. I figured I lost because Diggersby normally carries quick attack, but this Diggersby he has ends up being Choice Scarf, as you'll see. So I'm actually able to get the Focus Blast off here. Luckily I connect, as I'm able to hit the Diggersby with the Focus Blast, knocking out the Diggersby, as my Victini is also going to be knocked out with the Life Orb Recoil, and we actually tie. Me and Jorn tie the battle. It says that I win because the last Pokemon that faints makes the trainer win, but that was a tied battle, so that was very intense. That was a very great battle. Thanks for the battle, Jorn, and like I said, if you guys are interested in battling me, check out my Discord. A link will be in the description below. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video if you want to support my channel. It really means the world to me, and it just helps the channel grow, so I really appreciate it. And the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite region? And my favorite region has got to be the Kanto region and the Sinnoh region. I think they are my favorite regions. I'm not being a Gen 1er. I actually think that Kanto's setup and region setup, I think it's really cool how everything is like connected to Saffron City, and I think it's just really cool. And Gen 4, I just think Sinnoh is amazing in every way, and it's probably my favorite generation of all time. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.